Let it
Yeah,
be.
I'll remove it. Hi, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for today's session. As you all know, today we are talking about something very important that's called exploring the art of data science, methods, tool, and insights. So today we have with us Bhargavi, who's going to walk you through the essential methods, tools, and insight that drive data driven decisions and innovation. And thank you so much, Bhargavi, for joining us this early in the morning. It's morning in India, and it's very early in the morning actually. But thank you, she has joined us for this session. So thank you very much for this, and we look forward to your session now.
Thank you, Anamika. Let me share my screen and get
Yes,
started.
we can see your screen.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Hello, all. Today we would be seeing the topic introduction to data science and its insight. And before we get into our topic, we would be seeing. I would be introducing myself in a brief, and we would get started. Hi, this is Bhargavi here, and I am a senior software engineer and a Microsoft certified trainer. And I do have experience in RPA, which is of Power Platform, UiPath, and Pega. And I have been a master holder from BITS Pilani for the data science field. And then I am a Microsoft certified person, and I do hold six certification from Microsoft itself. And this is my LinkedIn ID. Please feel free to connect with me if you have any questions post the session as well. Okay. Without wasting much time, let's see why do we need data science and how does data science make impact to us. Uh, why are we talking about data science as a whole? Is that we have the growth of data, like data is everywhere, and we do have we do store it in we do store it in multiple places, and we gather the data, and we can do multiple things with data. So what are we going to do with data is what the main role that what it plays on. And what how does the growth of the data analyst grow grow day by day is also a main thing that what makes the data science we talk about. And when we see the growth of data, like we do, like we saw, we have multiple source of data, right? And whenever we have data, we will be analyzing it, and with that we would try to find out some insight from it. And therefore the growth of data analyst as well grows grows in a proportion where the growth of data grows. And when you see, we get an option that in the recent days that the growth of data as well as the data analyst grow grow very high, which is around 28% of the growth, and 5.7% of the data analyst role as well. And what does this hot topic mean? What is data science? Data science is combination of all the things together, where we you don't just need data alone. Instead, you need some kind of real world applications, and you do visualizations. You need max as well, which is statistical modeling or statistical computing. And then you will be using algorithms inside it, which is data technology. And you have multiple research being done inside the data, which is you will be applying multiple algorithms inside data. And then you will be checking whether the data is pure or not, and cleansing of data. And then You will be doing you will be exploring the real world application, whether it suits you for data science project or not, and all these things together put into a single term called data science. So it is a multiple disciplinary field, and that to have algorithms or different kind of data inside it, and those data can be of structured as well as unstructured data. And uh, which is it just not stop with computer alone, rather it goes with maths and statistics, and you have to know your business knowledge as well. Um, when you go when you go and compare data science with other technology, what it does is like, it acts in a different way. Like in with consider just a software development alone, where you would be just doing the development if you know any one of your programming language alone, and you don't have to know the business knowledge. Rather, you just want to know the logic behind it, and if you know the logic, you will be able to do it. But it's not the case inside the data science. What you would be doing here is that, you would be exploring what does that business do, and you will be gaining insights from that, and exploring how does the data flow, and how what can you do with the data, and you will be questioning yourself. And whenever you put in questions, data science arises. And to put the questions in a right way, you would be using maths and statistics, and you would be doing researches inside the data. And so the traditional research will also be playing a role with the data science, and you would be applying algorithms between the data and uh, between the data, so that uh, you will be having the algorithm as well being included inside the data science. So all these things together form the data science tree layer. And when it comes for data science, you can hear two different things. One is analyst, and other one is scientist. Data analyst is something where they would be doing on the business administration and the exploratory data analysis part. Exploratory data analysis is something where you would be gathering the data, and you would be checking whether the data is sufficient or not, and you would be applying few kind of questions to yourself with the data. And whether if it satisfies, then you would be analyzing it, and then proceeding it with some kind of cleaning process, which is, if the data is unstructured or impure, then what you would be doing is you would be making it work based on your requirement, and you would be deciding on whether that data is being uh, made for your requirement. And those things will be taken care by analyst role. And when it comes for data scientist will also be playing a role of exploratory data analysis. And with that apart, they would also be applying few algorithms and machine learning techniques over there with the data, and they would be developing the product for your organization. So this is where the difference between the analyst and the scientist lies. And what do you need when it comes for data science? Like, you should be capable enough to ask good question to yourself with the data. And you should make it actionable. Whatever the data that you get should be made actionable based on your requirement. And next one is that you should understand your customers and define the metrics that matter, meaning you will be you will be designing the algorithms, or you will be designing the data science way that it goes based on the customer requirements, and you will be deciding on how does the result look like and how will it matter. And then you will be translating for the non-technical audience as well, because you do have something called business knowledge that has been required for data science as well, right? So people people whom do you interact with will always be not a technical person, so you do have to translate it to the business team, and you should have a business knowledge for the same, and you will be translating it what happens behind the scenes, and you will be doing that. And when it comes for statistics part, what you do here is that you will be see we will also be seeing what are the different kind of statistic packages that are available when it comes for data science, and we would be seeing that. And we will be applying few kind of statistical packages that are available inside the data science, and with that we will be doing advanced max thing, and we will be experimenting the design, and will be checking whether the model that we build for that particular requirement is getting fitted to it or not. And then we will be using different kind of scripting languages, and which is part of machine learning. And we will be having a predictive analysis, meaning if this is the thing that needs to be as output, then what would be the input, or vice versa. So we would be doing a predictive analysis on the same. And when it comes for coding, you have to have a SQL knowledge for sure. And SQL plays the major role that it that that when it comes for data science. And when you have constraints, you do have security privacy constraints. And then where do you get the data? Data is one kind of thing that data engineer will be looking at, and will be preparing the data as well. And data governance is how do you manage your data, how do you make it secure, you should not leak it outside. So all these different kind of governance being taken care by the data science people. And now comes what is data science. So like what we discussed, data science is a combination of all the things, like you have statistics, big data analytics, business intelligence, and database management and visualization, which is you will be putting it all together and make it work under the single umbrella, which is data science. So whenever the first step that what you would be doing is collection of data, right? So with the collection of data, you would be applying few formulas based for making it to your own comfortability, and make it work for you. So all those things comes under statistics, business, big data analytics, and business analytics. And when it comes for how do you store your data, or how do you showcase your data to someone else, it comes under database management and visualization, machine learning, data mining, artificial intelligence, and predictive modeling comes under how do you build your model, meaning how does your model look like based on the requirement, and how do you fit your model with the requirement. So all these things will be machine learning, data mining, artificial intelligence, and predictive modeling will be helping you out. So let me stop here. Until then, until here, do we have any questions? Taking it as no and proceeding with that. Okay. You can ask me. We do talk about data science and what would be the roles that are available in IT market and what are the differences. So these are the roles that are available. One is data scientist. What does data scientist mean is that they would be doing hypothesis on the data that they have got for, and they would be gathering the data and information as well, and they would be applying the algorithm and the ML models, and they would be communicating. And it comes what comes next is data engineer. What they do is that they would be um, they would be uh, they would also be using algorithms and machine learning models, and they do use data driven platforms. And we will be they would be integrating the data um, with something with the other models that needs to be done. And we saw something like visualization, right? So we have a role of visualization expert as well. So visualization expert will be the one who will be visualizing the data that flows in for your requirement, and they would be the person who would be doing the dashboard things, and finding the insight of how does your data relate to one another. And will also be finding a relationship between the data, and will also be showcasing how does your data want to look to others as well. And the last one is process owner. Process owner is something like SME, where they are the stakeholders for that particular project, and they would be having the 100% business knowledge, and they would be maintaining a vision, and they would be facilitating you on what are the sources of data that what you can get for, and how does your where do you need to get the data. They would be guiding on those things, and they would also be managing the project on deadlines and everything. So these are the four different roles that are available under the data science umbrella. And how do you become a data science is that it's uh, it's that you need to code. The high level language that you need to know is Python. Nowadays it's just Python or R, which is enough for you to become a data science specialist. And lower level is that you should know Java. Sorry, sorry. And lower level is that you should know Java or C++, at least. And if you know any one of it, then that's fine. You will be able to cook it up. And you can ask me what are the different other platforms and visualization tool that are available as well. Like when it comes for languages, R, Python, or Node.js, all those things has the basic thing. And when it comes for platform, you have SQL Server and Azure. Azure and Apache with you. And then when it comes for data exploration and visualization, you have different things over you. One will be of Power BI and Tableau. All those things can be used for visualization. And when it comes for ingestion, you can use Azure again, where you would be where you would be able to use the AZ copy, or you will be able to use many things that are available inside the Azure itself, or AWS or GCP platform, the cloud ones basically. And then when it comes for AI and ML tools, what you can do is that, again here, it comes the Azure Auto ML or Azure ML learning techniques tools that are available. So you can go ahead and use that. And we do have something with scalar things as well, and you can use that. You can use that too. And when it comes for development tools, you can use Microsoft. Sorry, you can use Visual Studio, or you can use command prompt or Jupyter. Those are the um, those are some kind of the development tools that are available, and you can go ahead and use that. And when it comes for focusing on the libraries, mainly with Python, what you would be using is that you do have NumPy, scikit-learn, pandas, matplotlib, tensorflow, and keras. So let's now see what does NumPy, or in just a brief, and we would be moving to the next step. NumPy is basically used to have the mathematical functions that operates on arrays, where you would be using it for comparing, or you would be using it for different kind of charts as well. And scikit-learn is something where you would be using it for building the machine learning models. And there are different kind of machine learning models that are available inside the scikit uh, scikit-learn itself, and you can use that. Pandas is something where it is used for data manipulation, and again, you would be using it um, for manipulating the different numerical table, as well as the time series, where you would be able to see different kind of charts that are available. And inside the code itself, you can do visualization with the help of pandas. And then when it comes for matplotlib, you would be having some kind of mathematics extension to it. And it's a extension of what does the numpy or pandas do. So you can use it and get it done. And tensorflow is something when it's the main thing that is being used in industry. And it's a open source thing, and you would be using it for data flow programming, where it will be having some kind of machine learning applications, such as how does the neural network work, and how does the different kind of machine learning things work. Um, and you can use it when it comes for unstructured data, and you will be able to get a good benefit out of it. And Keras is something where when it comes for cognitive uh, cognitive services that are available, you would be using you would be using Keras. And you will be able to cap you would be building it on the top of TensorFlow. And with the the thing is that Keras is also a part of uh, I mean, it's been built on top of TensorFlow, where you do have, it's also open source. And you do have a neural network being linked to it, and those um, you can use those things to you. And when it comes for TensorFlow or Keras, those are the things when it comes to industry we would be using as main thing, and we can use it under the Azure or AWS or GCP as well, those libraries, and we will be able to do. And how how can you build software is that how can you build data science projects is that you have something called Jupyter, or you can build it under the Jupyter notebook, or we have something called Crestle, and you can use that. Or if you want to go ahead and use it under the cloud, that would be the best option that would fit for which is Crestle. And Jupyter or Jupyter Notebook will be the one which would when you want to do for some kind of POCs or something, then you can go ahead and download the Jupyter and Jupyter Notebook. And Jupyter Notebook is something which has been offered by Google Doc itself, and you can go ahead and use that. And Jupyter is something that you need to get it installed and get started. And when it comes for data scientists, what they are comfortable with inside the max, you do have something called linear algebra, calculus, or graph theory, and probabilities will be playing a major role that you need to be comfortable with when you are a scientist or data science person. And when it comes for statistical analysis, you should be knowing of how do you do hypothesis testing or Bayesian analysis is something which where you would be it's a kind of analysis that you do with the data and will be deciding on how does your data want to look like. So those are the different kind of statistical analysis that what you want to do with the data. And um, you can have mean, variance, all these things which what we study under max, right? So all those things that are available under the max and statistics uh, are something that what we need to be comfortable with. And what does the data science have importance to is that it plays a different kind of role in different things. Like we will be able to have internet of things being done with the being integrated with it, and artificial intelligence or graph analytics, agile data science, and all these things that that are being listed. Either it can be of machine learning intelligence, or those things, those are available for data science, and you would be able to and you should be knowing it when you come for data science. Data science is not just a small thing, and it has a big umbrella, right? So you have to be enough knowledgeable of all these things that are present here. And you can ask me what are the different process that are available, right? uh, the first thing that what we would be doing is that what we saw is collecting the data, right? So we would be collecting the data, and then we would be checking whether the data is structured or not, which is processing it. And once that is done, if once that is all fine, then we would be cleansing the data set, which is we would be applying some kind of cleansing to the data set, that what we can do, like infinite um, removal of infinities, then and then you would be removing the columns that are blank, or handling the columns that are handling the rows, for which the columns are blank, and those kind of things that fall under the cleaning the data set. And if that's not been processed as well, those things falls under the exploratory data analysis, and you would be doing it. And then once the exploratory data analysis part has been completed, you would be moving to the next step, which is model building, and where you would be applying the models and algorithm, um, different kind of models and algorithm that are available. Either it can be of regression or clustering, um, or different kind of models that are available. You would be deciding based on the data that what you are actually looking for, right? Like if you have if you have a full number format, then you would be going, and you would be deciding on which kind of algorithm you would be choosing. And if it all falls under a mixer of um, things, then you would be deciding on which model that you should choose for. So it all depends on how does your model want look like. And then once that is done, you would be communicating the visualization report that has been that you would be developing inside the with the help of data inside the data science project itself. And once that is also done, you would be developing the product, and will be delivering it to the real world, and will be doing that. So these are some kind of the process that are available. And uh, to all these things over here, the first thing that what you need to do is that you should have three questions to you. One is how, next one is when, and third one is why. So why does your data come like this, and how does your data flow? And third one is when will you what would be your result that would be affecting, and when when you will be able to achieve your project. So these are the things that you need to take care of, whatever the different kind of data science process that you follow with. And when it comes for application that are available under the data science, there are different kind of applications that are available. One is, the major ones are image recognition or speech recognition, or in healthcare it is used to find cancer treatment. And then you have something with self driven cars, right? So those are some kind of applications that are available. And we do have a different kind of um, kind of applications that are available as well all over the market. And wherever the data that has been present in a maximum amount, then there would be data science for sure. And yeah, I'm stopping here for any questions, and we are running out of time as well. So, are there any questions till now? Anamika, are you there?
Hi, thank you. Hi,
Hi.
thank you so much. This was nice.
Are there any questions or